The 2022 Italian GP could be one of the most controversial races in the history of Formula One. Won by reigning champion Max Verstappen and was finished under the safety car. Could the final laps be handled better? Let's find out. Max Verstappen won the 2022 Italian Grand Prix under the safety car, with Charles Leclerc finishing second. Ferrari was defeated by Redbull in their home race in Monza. From P7 on the grid, Verstappen made it into the top 3 by lap 4, passing Daniel Ricciardo, which made an incredible start over his teammate, Lando Norris. A lap later, Max took P2 from George Russell. Since then, the battle for the win is between Max and Charles. Ferrari's strategy is about doing everything opposite of what Red Bull does. Verstappen extended his first stint and swapped for mediums on lap 26, giving the lead back to Leclerc, who then pitted a second time for soft tires on lap 33. The Ferrari driver had a tire advantage over Verstappen, but a 20-second deficit to claw back by lap 53. The Dutchman seemed assured of a comfortable victory until a safety car on lap 48, for the stationary McLaren of Daniel Ricciardo. That allowed the top 5 to pit for softs, anticipating a restart. Ricciardo's car seemed immovable. However, the ticker reached lap 53 and the checkered flag with the field behind the safety car, giving Verstappen comfortable victory to Leclerc and Russell to retain third. This made the Tifosi roar in anger as the race finished in an anticlimactic manner. During the post-race interview, Max was booed by the Italian crowd. Although we do not think it is right to displeasure someone, we think the fans are just expressing their disappointment on the race itself, as Ferrari looked very competitive over the course of the weekend. But what makes the internet and fans crazy is how FIA handled the final laps of the race. During the live broadcast, host Crofty stated that red flagging the race would be more applicable and is stated by the rule. There are only few laps left, and there are many lapped cars that are in between the cars in front. Given that the McLaren of Daniel Ricciardo was stuck for a very long time, a red flag would be more ideal. In this case, we can have a race restart, everyone can have a free pit stop, and cars will be back in their proper order. Surely, we can still have 5 laps of action and will produce more excitement in motor racing. Motor racing? Sounds familiar, right? Fans and everyone in the paddock cannot resist to link the similar situation back in 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Verstappen and Hamilton are tied in the Drivers' Championship score. Lewis was leading the majority of the race and was sitting comfortably to secure his 8th World Championship. That was until the Williams of Nicholas Latifi crashed and safety car was released. Verstappen got a free pit stop on softs, while Hamilton stayed out on his old hard tires. Before the last lap, Michael Masi instructed the lapped cars to overtake to the 2 contenders can race for one last lap to determine the champion. With Verstappen on the new faster soft tires, he was able to pass Hamilton and got his first championship in Formula One. Masi stated, "We choose motor racing. We know that FIA assigned a new race director, but we cannot blame the fans if there are inconsistencies in their race decisions." During an interview with Sky Sports, Hamilton expressed his opinion in safe car finish. "It always brings memories back. That is the rule that should be, right? So only one time in the history of the sport that they haven't done the rule." Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff also expresses his statement. "At least they followed the rules and accepted that the race ends under safety car. That is how it should be or shouldn't have been." Pertaining to 2021 Abu Dhabi GP, "We think that the new race director just followed the rules. It resulted to an unsatisfactory racing action, but we should expect them follow the rulebook all the time." Max leads the race and was impressively able to save his tire life on this first and second stint. It seems that Red Bull got everything handled. In an interview via GP Fans, Carlos Sainz stated, "It's not only Max, the whole Red Bull team is not making mistakes and they are making correct decisions." Do you agree on the race director's judgment of the race? Should the end of the race could have been handled better? Let us know in the comments section below. If you like this kind of video, kindly hit that like button. You can always support us by hitting the subscribe button. It is free and it will help us a lot. Thank you for watching.